Sorry to make you repeat this. I know you've done it 3 times already, but can you just run us through what happened on 10?
All right. So first off, I get on 10 and hit a tee shot, ends up just in that left bunker, and didn't have the greatest of lies. So I tried to kind of get steep on a 6-iron, steep on an 8-iron to try to get basically contact, cut a hair heavy, ball launched vertical and left, and it was going just left of the cart path, and no one saw the ball bounce. The guys in my group didn't see the ball bounce, and the volunteer, who was almost on top of the golf ball when it landed, literally went and marked it right then and there. And when we got up there, first thing you do is you obviously ask, did you see the ball bounce? And if they say no, at that point I marked it to check to see if it was embedded, and it definitely looked like it broke the plane. And so from that point, call the rules official over, and the rules official comes over and he checks to make sure it's broken the plane, and he agreed. And at that point, we go and we take a embedded ball rule relief, which is 1 club length from the embedded ball, and drop the ball from there. And at that point, when you have 3 players, 3 caddies, and the volunteer is really close to the golf ball, not seeing the ball bounce, then you have to go by what everyone sees and what everyone saw. And when no one has seen that, then the rules official basically has to say whether it's free relief or not. And the rules official agreed that the ball has broken the plane, and that was relief. And it's an unfortunate situation, obviously, but at the end of the day, when you finish the round and the head rules official comes up to you and has the video and shows everything that went down to the whole group and says that you've done this perfectly, you did this the exact right way, the protocols you did were spot on, at that point, I feel great about it.
Would you have done anything differently?
The only thing I would have done differently, if we saw the ball bounce or if someone said the ball bounced, then I never would have marked the golf ball. It would have been, you would have just played as it lies, because when the ball bounces, it's almost impossible for it to break the plane. And so therefore, when that happens, anytime you see the ball bounce, you just play it as it lies. But since you have 3 players, 3 caddies, and a volunteer that is probably from me to you that didn't see the ball bounce, then you obviously are going to go off of that.
Given how confident you are that you did the right thing, and the officials have backed that up, are you at all surprised at sort of the reaction over the last 20, 30 minutes to what happened?
Well, I haven't seen really the actual reaction. I've just have been asked the question over and over again, what happened on hole 10. So
are you surprised
honestly,
we keep asking the question over and over again?
No, because of different media outlets. But really no. I mean, I wouldn't have done anything differently when everyone has said that they did not see the ball bounce. Now, if you had 100 people around there, a bunch of fans out there, and one fan said they saw it bounce, I never would have had to put a tee down and even check to see if it was embedded. And that's the one thing that when we don't see something happen and a volunteer doesn't see something happen, you go by best judgment, as well as that's why you always call a rules official, because at the end of the day, they're going to have the best judgment over everybody. And if they believe that it's embedded as well, that's then when you go by what they say.
And just if you could just go over kind of what happened on the back. Was it a swing issue? Was it a...
The back was tough. I mean, just in general. I step up, I made that long putt on 10 for par, and really get to 11, it's a hybrid and a par 3. Plug it in the bunker, and then on 12, you're hitting soft 3. I hit soft 3 wood into 12 today from the fairway, and so the golf course was playing tough, and it seemed like on the front 9, the balls were hanging in on the edges of fairways or turning into the fairway, and on the back 9 it seemed like the ball were starting where they wanted to. It just seemed to keep on falling the wrong direction and end up just in the rough. So when you're playing out of the rough, especially on this back 9, it's a grind. And I got on the wrong side of that, where I was in the rough, it seemed like the whole time, and putting in the wrong spots. And the greens got a little bumpy there towards the end. Missed a shorty on the par 5, which was a bad putt, and a 3 putt and a short one on 17. So just kind of one of those things that I felt like I just put myself in wrong spots on certain holes, but at the same time I was able to kind of ride the ship and make birdie on the last.
Aside from all of that, you're still tied for the lead. Your thoughts going into tomorrow?
No, really, just have a good warm-up, probably have a good cool down here in a little bit, and just continue doing what I'm doing. You know, continue trying to get the ball in the fairway. You know, make sure we make solid contact iron shots into greens, and then, you know, let the work be up to the putter. Not have to, you know, scramble as much and have to use the wedge as much, because, you know, around here with how the rough is, as well as with how slopey the greens are, if you have to rely on your short game too much, you know, it could bite you. And I think that was the biggest thing, is the front nine today. I was able to put myself in the right spots and was able to make putts. And on the back nine, I almost felt like those had to be more defensive, because just putting myself in the wrong spot.
Patrick, do you feel like when you get in these situations that sometimes maybe have a little more scrutiny on you than other players maybe?
Oh, definitely. You know, it is, you know, it is an unfortunate thing that happened today, but at the same time, it's exactly what I would have done every time, and exactly what every player should do. You should ask your playing opponents if they've seen, whether it's a ball bounce or whether it crosses a hazard line. You always ask them first, and then you ask a volunteer, and then from there, you check to see, and then at that point you call a rules official. So, it's unfortunate, but at the same time, when you have the rules officials and everybody come up and say that you did it textbook and did exactly how you're supposed to do, then that's all you can do. I mean, when we're out there and we're playing, we can't see everything. That's why you rely on the other players, other opponents. You rely on the volunteers, as well as rely on the rules officials. And when they all say that what we've done was the right thing, then you move on and you go on. And the great thing is I still have a chance to win golf tournaments. Now it's go out tomorrow and just put the foot down and try to make as many birdies as possible.
Going into tomorrow, do you feel like tomorrow is going to be really, being in the final group and being tied for the lead, a really good test of the swing changes you've made?
Oh, for sure. Really, I felt like the big difference was how is it going to be today, because whenever you get really bad weather, or for example, when you're in Hawaii and you're on those huge slopes with heavy winds, it's very easy to go back to what's comfortable. And to be honest, the swing isn't fully comfortable yet. I still feel like I have to put the club in certain positions. And so to be able to kind of reset after how bad the weather was yesterday and hit the ball today, I would say more solid in the face. Yesterday was kind of a couple thins, thins, toes or heels, and today it felt like I was hitting a lot of the golf shots out of the center of the face. And to be able to do that and kind of feel like I got the golf swing better is huge. And to have a lead and be in a final group going into tomorrow and basically still feel like I'm working towards a golf swing, just gives me confidence that what I'm doing is the right thing. And we just need to keep on putting the foot down, keep on grinding harder and harder on it, and to keep on dialing it in, because it's very close. I mean, there's a lot of signs out there today, even on that back nine, where I hit some golf shots that, were hard for me in the past. And, stuff like that, moving forward makes me feel like it's where it needs to be. I just need to keep on grooving it, keep on getting going.
Thanks, Patrick.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
John. John. Thanks. John.